Hey guys, Tyrup here bringing you some more Warcraft 3 action. Today spawning in the south we have Labyrinth playing as Undead, going for a Lich first strategy. It looks like it's going to be a fast expansion. On the north we have Hipposaur playing as Human with the Archmage. Also looks like some militia coming across here. Fast expansions all round. The map is Tidehunters 1.2. Just a ladder match this one, I believe.
A player's forces are under attack.
Creeping, claws on the Lich. Good item there to start out for Labyrinth. Circlet and lots of haste on the aim meanwhile. Go for the Murloc camp next. Both players.
A player's forces are under attack.
There we go, getting the tower up. So it is going to be fast expo on both sides. Got the ziggurat up already. Touch low on lumber, but could start the tower now. There it goes. Looks like a little bit of harass coming in.
A player's
from
forces
the AM.
are under attack.
I catch Labyrinth a little bit out of position. I'll go for this camp back here.
A town is under siege.
And it looks like the Haunted Goldmine's going to get cancelled because of that. Tower nearly complete, but actually getting chopped down pretty quickly. The Undead army coming across. It's a nice pathway from the human units to come around here. Didn't get scouted as they came in to attack. Led to some nice success there for Hipposaur. It's going to have their expansion up earlier because of this. Ooh, I thought there was going to be a surround on the footy, but he squeezes through. Okay. A little bit of militia creeping out on this easy camp. Puts the level up on the Archmage very close to it. Footy goes down meanwhile. Nearly getting a footman there as well. Oof, all goes down in return. Oh, but there goes another footy, and both players at level 3 almost the exact same time. But yeah, that town hall looks like it's going to come up first. Not by a massive margin though. And for a surround on the water elemental even. A little bit more experience. I didn't actually mention this, but there is a new balance patch in the works at the moment. Kind of refining it at the moment. They've announced, changes, and I think they've done one revision to those. So we'll see how things work out. It's exciting. I wasn't maybe expecting to have another Warcraft 3 balance patch. So that's great news. Freshen up the game a bit. Comes in getting a good chunk of damage on this Haunted Goldmine. The Undead army is nearby and quite a few units here to repair, so Hipposaur maybe overstaying his welcome. Looks like he didn't have these units in that control group or something. So he's going to end up losing 2 footies. Oh, but a deny actually. Well done. Probably should have only lost 1 though, honestly. Propolis coming up. Second ziggurat. Tech underway. Okay, a bit of a lead for Labyrinth's tech. Very even on food count at the moment. Second tower now coming up at this expansion. There's not... Okay, he's got a shop, but it's at the main.
A player's forces are under
Healing
attack.
up from that currently. Labyrinth meanwhile. Gonna claim this camp in the center at the shop. Quite easy to kill those turtles with the ghouls. The armor types matching up nicely. So he's gonna get the whole camp. Got the boots of speed One of lightning shield as well. Can be pretty good against the footmen or against the peasants. Pretty handy item to get. Got boots now on the AM as well. I'll go for a little bit more experience here on the Lich. Very close to 4. The question is it going to be another level of Dark Ritual, or is it going to be Frost Armor? Coming in here, should be able to cancel this Crypt. Second level of Dark Ritual. Crypt gets cancelled straight, take into tier 3 for Labyrinth. A couple ghoul kills, and thanks to the ensnare from the creeps, able to pick off 2 there. Going for a 3rd. Those water elementals hitting hard, and the ghouls would have trouble running away from the AM so fast with those boots. You can see a big experience gap now. Labyrinth able to sneak in quite a lot of creeping. I saw not as successful in that department. Oh, doesn't quite get the ghoul kill. Now the Lich coming in doesn't have mana until he did that Dark Ritual, and it's going to be a footy kill. And the ghoul denied to creeps. So yeah, those Novas coming thick and fast thanks to the level 2 Dark Ritual. Giving so much mana to that Lich. Picking up a Town Portal Scroll now, as well as a Mana Potion and a Healing Potion. And Hipposaur on the run after that. Ooh, forces are under Griffin attack. Aviary out the back, also ticking into tier 3. Meanwhile, did end up going for that second crypt. I thought might have just forgotten about it, but no. So it looks like it's going to be a fiend type composition. Wants those double crypts to be able to pump them out. I'm a little bit surprised he isn't. Okay, he's getting it going now. Just was a bit delayed. So surprised he's not pumping up to 50 at least now, but underway. Just creeping here with some skellies. This makes quite slow. Hipposaur though doesn't have... Okay, he's coming on to attack again. He's got his second hero. It's such a weak army. Don't imagine this will be that successful. Looks like he's going to go for the focus on the Death Knight, who does still have that healing potion. Good Novas on the footies. Oh, he got the kill! Oh boy, Labyrinth trying to greed that heal potion and pays the price for it. Does lose 3 footmen though in that attack. Switching the focus back onto the Lich now. No Death Knight for the coil. This is not quite enough damage. Especially with those statues there. They're going to take a couple hits themselves. Reviving at the altar. Got a Temple of the Damned here as well. Destroyer form in tech. Got the orb on the Lich now though, so can't really attack anymore. Here we go. Triple Griffin Riders with the Storm Hammers in tech.
A player's forces
It's going to be some nasty focus fire. He's getting a lot of upgrades for them as well. He's ticking hard into that. I don't think we've seen any Skellies come up here and scout for a very long time now. So this could really catch Labyrinth off guard, who hasn't really invested that much into units right now. 2 Fiends. Does have web though. We did see that tech complete. So we're just trying to squeeze out a few of these relatively easy camps, but falling behind on experience quite badly. Okay, about half level under the Death Knight. Archmage about a whole level behind the Lich. In fact, a level and a half.
Are under attack.
It's so close to 5 now. 1 experience away. Here we go, things should speed up a bit now with the Griffins coming into the mix. The Paladin third as well, so try hero online for Hipposaur. Kind of got to come down to who can claim more of the experience on the map. And Labyrinth in a good position to at the moment, but these Griffins are always slightly messed up the production there, but they're coming in thick and fast now from the triple aviaries. We're going to scout this out. On the mana stealing. Big Nova. We've got a Dreadlord able to web down one of these Griffins, so it's going to force the fight. Sleep on the MK. This is a little bit too early for Hipposaur. Kind of needed 2 or 3 more Griffins, but able to pick off the Dreadlord. Switching the focus fire now onto the Fiends. A lot of those Griffins getting low, however. There goes another Fiend and another one. Reinforcements are arriving, bringing in the Militia. A few more Griffins from production as well. The Novas are hitting hard. Elite Army getting a little bit cornered. He morphs a second Destroyer. More Griffins. No answer to the Destroyers though. 3 Destroyers. So he doesn't need it. Going for the focus fire on the Lich, who gets very low. Now back onto the Death Knight. Militia duration's worn off though. We saw losing a bit of momentum thanks to that. And all 3 heroes a little low, could suffer some undead nukage. Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Oh boy. He had the town portal, but you can't use that while you're stunned. Just looking for the revenge kill on the Paladin and gets it. Paladin, yeah, okay. Pick off a Griffin. That's level 6 on the Lich. That is an incredibly high level. Does actually go for Death and Decay as well, the ultimate at 6. And look at all these peasants. He forgot about them or something. They were just standing down here. They could have been running back to base for a long time, and I think there were 6 peasants going down there.
A player's forces are under attack.
Need some way of dealing with these Destroyers. Doesn't have it at the moment. Destroyers soaking up the Water Elemental. Bit of action onto this Lich. Buyback on the Death Knight. Ooh, look at that damage on the statue though. Dreadlord's also back in action. He died at a good level, didn't he? Just before 2. Nice and cheap and fast to get brought back. Paladin also back online now.
A player's
still
forces are under
very
attack.
far off level 5. The MK up to 3. Soul experience here for the Dreadlord. Holding the second point at the moment. Okay, Carrion Swarm. Maybe expecting a switch over to flying machines, but it's going to be D-Hawks to counter the air. The undead air, and in response we already have gargoyles and fiends, so mass air really for the undead army, and same for the human. Doesn't quite have that critical mass of Dragonhawks, but able to shackle a Garg. Human army moving in here. Shackle's working well. Focus fire on those fiends is nasty. 2 Gargs down, as well as all the fiends. Looking for the Dreadlord next. Uh-oh. Oh, the Death Knight out of range for a coil. A little bit sloppy on the positioning there for Labyrinth. And the Stormbolt plus focus fire from these Griffins. The 2 damage upgrades causing trouble for Labyrinth. And Hipposaur a big food count lead now. Mixing in those D-Hawks at just the right time. Got a Banshee now in the mix. A bit of Curse could go a very long way here. The Magic Shell also handy. Picks off one Dragonhawk out the back. Bashing away at the crypts. Fiend just comes out and might be able to knock out a Griffin thanks to that.
A player's forces are under attack.
So Labyrinth maybe going to try force the fight. It's got a bit of anti-magic shell now. I'm going to go down to the towers. Starting up the fight. Good number of destroyers in the air. The Fiends on the ground though, going down so fast to these knights. The air fight though, it's looking questionable. The Dragonhawks falling. Oh, but that Death Knight has to town portal, and he's town portaling back over here. Way out the back of the base though. But the human army might be able to weasel its way back there and maybe get a bit of nuke onto the Death Knight while he's still low. Bit of cloud. Stopping the Black Citadel, but not the Nerubian Tower. So chipping away at this destroyer. Meanwhile, the Riders a little bit isolated now. They're in deep. Might be just donating themselves here. Getting cursed as well, so their DPS terrible. Missing all sorts of shots. And yeah, that was a bit of a mistake from Hippo. Maybe too focused on trying to get this expansion down or something. But 2 losses. He's still way up on food, but those are expensive units and a lot of experience given the undead weight.
Are under attack.
It's actually close to 7 now. Don't know about that death and decay point. You know, I feel like maybe a level of frost armor would have been more helpful, especially against those knights on the ground, which have been slaughtering the fiends. Okay, Scally scouts out the expo. Still a pretty good experience lead for the undead army. But I wonder the wind as well. No dispel on the human army. It could actually be pretty big in a fight. Putting the pally up in the air at the right time. Labyrinth back up to 50, but I saw knocking on the door of 80 food. The Carrion Swarm though, the undead nuke quite strong against the air. You can knock out these water elementals cleanly. Don't underestimate that undead nuke. It'll be game changing. A turnaround onto the Dreadlord, bit of damage. Air split at the moment. To get those Dragonhawks back in the mix, we've got a destroyer in the air. Banshee picked off. The air though getting quite low to the constant Nova action. Fiends though going down fast, but so few human units. Here come the Dragonhawks now. Big volleys on to the destroyers. Looks like Hipposaur want to pull back here. He does have a lot of very low health units. Maybe he just feels confident that he can rely on this expansion to carry him. 2k left in the Expo Mines roughly for both players. 800 on the mains. Can really do with a heal scroll or two. Hippo, but having trouble finding time to get across the shop. Focus fire onto the Dreadlord. Look at all these very low health units here for Hippo. His Lich is mega stocked on mana as well. He's got Novas for days. And all of a sudden, Hipposaur looking to be in some trouble. Bit of curse going a long way as well. Stopping this DPS. And Labyrinth going to find the time here to go in for the expansion. We see Hipposaur backing off, picking up all the consumables. They're going to lose this expansion, it looks like. What a turnaround here for Labyrinth. I think, you know, a little bit of this can be attributed to these Dragonhawks not being in that fight for such a long time. But just, you know, Labyrinth has such good sustain at the moment with that high level Lich, just the consistent Novas, finding time to get cursed down on all these units. Makes such a big difference in the fights, but here we go. Just will back up to 80. We can get this fight going. Big Novas though, again. Statue taken out early, but look at all these low health units, those high level Novas, and Dreadlord adding into the AoE. It's going down fast. Already used that heal scroll he had. Army getting split up by the web. And now the Death Knight up to level 5. Oh, can he do it? Hipposaur loses the Paladin. Okay, also low. Anti-magic shell seems to be turning things around. Just makes it so that the nuke focus fire on these heroes doesn't quite add up for Hipposaur, as well as, you know, a little bit of curse from the Banshees sometimes. Slows that down just enough. Never end up going for a third damage upgrade as well. Which I think is maybe a slight mistake, but it looks like we'll try to get the MK to 5 at this camp. Okay. Does indeed get it. Waiting for the Pally to come back from the altar, but Labyrinth, he's not going to hang about. He's coming into the attack. And look at that Nova again. MK in some trouble. Getting low. Staffed out now. Focus fire onto the Lich, but the Nova Coil, the triple nuke, the AM goes down without the Paladin. This fight is just too nasty.
Our players' forces are under attack.
Oh, I thought it was a bit of a mistake for Hipposaur to keep attacking after the MK got forced back. It turned out to be correct. This high-level undead nuke is just too strong. And now the Death and Decay is going to stop the MK from being able to heal up from this. Army coming in, trying to focus down the Lich. Got the coil there though. It's able to Death and Decay for such a long time. In the meantime, the human army getting chipped away by the undead army. Oh! I think there was an opportunity there for a Pally to Holy Light the Lich and get the kill, but missed the moment. And the whole human army just getting slaughtered down the finish line. Wow. Alright, well, well played by Labyrinth. Looked a little bit grim, but just kept those fights going for such a long time. Eventually got the Master Banshees in there with the anti-magic shell and the curse, and it ended up working out. There were just a couple slight control issues from Hipposaur, you know, not bringing in those Dragonhawks. Sometimes the focus fire from the Griffins was bad as well. When they, you know, a couple of those units got split up by the web, they were very slow to rejoin the fight. They were kind of just left hanging out the back. So a couple small inefficiencies there from Hipposaur, I think, ultimately allowing Labyrinth to make a comeback. GG, well played. Well, anyway, guys, a wrap on that. Thanks for tuning into some more Warcraft 3 action. Until next time, goodbye and good luck. I'll just let this run for the last 10 seconds. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that next patch for this great game, Warcraft 3. Still getting patched all these years later. GG.